From his $48 million Miami mansion to hell on earth where chaos reigns. Just some of the words used to describe the Metropolitan Detention Center where Sean Diddy Combs.
I've had clients describe MDC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
Diddy's life in prison has been anything but good, filled with severe torture and mistreatment. The situation, however, gets worse as an investigation linked to Jay-Z looms over him, threatening to unravel long-hidden secrets. Do you think Diddy will escape justice this time? Join us as we uncover the chilling details for these events and the fate of Diddy Combs. Diddy's life behind bars. Sean Diddy Combs is experiencing a harrowing chapter in his life behind bars, a stark contrast to his former existence as a celebrated music mogul. The prison environment strips away the comforts and adoration he once enjoyed, leaving him feeling vulnerable and anxious about his safety. His celebrity status, which previously opened doors and garnered respect, now makes him a target for potential threats. Reports suggest that his high profile has led to increased risks, prompting prison officials to take significant security measures. According to Cameron Lindsay, a former warden at MDC Brooklyn, Diddy has been placed in the Special Housing Unit, SHU, for his protection. This decision aims to shield him from possible harm, as inflicting injury on someone as famous as Diddy could elevate a prisoner's status within the dangerous hierarchy of prison life. However, life in the SHU offers no comfort. Diddy's mornings now begin at 6 a.m., where he must make his bed and engage in chores like cleaning his cell and mopping floors, like tasks that are likely foreign to him. His access to basic amenities is severely limited, allowing for only 3 showers a week. While he can purchase small treats like candy, coffee, and clothing, these minor luxuries do little to alleviate the harsh realities of his new existence. Michael Cohen, a former attorney for Donald Trump, provided a grim insight into Diddy's situation during their time in prison in 2020. He described the facility as disgusting, where inmates slept on cold steel beds with thin, uncomfortable mattresses and no pillows. Cohen also pointed out the lack of reading materials available to inmates upon their arrival, leaving them with few distractions from their bleak surroundings. Diddy is currently grappling with a troubling food situation that has sparked feelings of paranoia. The meals served to inmates are prepared in advance, kept warm in containers, and then distributed to the prisoners. Diddy's concerns extend beyond just flavor. He is reportedly anxious about the freshness and quality of the food, fearing it could lead to food poisoning. Larry Levine, a former inmate at the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center, T0RTURE, revealed that Diddy may be resorting to a hunger strike due to these worries. Levine pointed out that Diddy's fears might stem from the possibility of a prison staff member being bribed to tamper with his meals, or simply from the poor quality of the food making him ill. These concerns are not unfounded. There are reports indicating that gang members are targeting Diddy in retaliation for the assassination of Tupac Shakur. Adding to the stress of an already dire situation, insiders suggest that Diddy's past experiences and conflicts have made him a prime target, heightening his vulnerability in an environment where old grudges can lead to deadly consequences. What once shielded him from the trials of daily life, his fame, now amplifies his struggles. In prison, celebrity status does not guarantee special treatment. It can actually put one at greater risk. This chapter in Diddy's life serves as a stark reminder of a harsh reality, where the priority is simply to survive. Aside from being in jail, there are a lot of factors that threaten his well-being. Do you think MDC is a convenient place for the rap mogul? What other challenges do you think he faces there as an inmate? Keep watching to find out. Diddy's challenges and fears inside the Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. The Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn is far from an ideal environment for anyone, particularly for someone like Sean Diddy Combs. Housing over 1,600 inmates, this federal prison is notorious for its harsh living conditions, insufficient safety protocols, and a troubling frequency of violent incidents. For high-profile individuals like Diddy, the challenges are even more pronounced, making survival a daunting task. MDC has been under constant scrutiny for its inadequate facilities and questionable oversight. The facility has long been plagued by complaints regarding unsanitary conditions and poor medical care. A particularly alarming incident occurred in January 2019 when the prison lost power for an entire week due to an extended outage. During this time, inmates endured frigid temperatures, malfunctioning toilets, and harsh treatment from staff. This situation escalated into a legal battle that resulted in a $10 million settlement with the Bureau of Prisons. However, despite this agreement, there is little evidence to suggest significant improvements in the living conditions. Diddy's concerns extend beyond just the unsanitary environment. MDC is infamous for its high levels of violence among inmates. Disturbing incidents such as stabbings with makeshift knives have been reported by sources like an informant named Eli. These weapons, often crafted from steel barriers and other materials, can reach lengths of 9 inches. Violence erupts frequently, with reports of assaults occurring several times a week. One particularly alarming case involved an inmate attempting to orchestrate an assassination for hire plot using a smuggled cell phone. This scenario underscores the perilous environment at MDC, where inmates can influence illegal activities even outside the prison walls. In an effort to address the chaos, officials recently launched a significant operation at MDC. This initiative uncovered illegal substances, makeshift weapons, and unauthorized electronic devices. While the primary aim is to improve safety, it also highlights the pervasive issues plaguing the facility. Even with these measures in place, MDC remains a perilous place for anyone, particularly a high-profile individual like Diddy. The situation is further complicated by the attention Diddy's presence at MDC has attracted from both supporters and critics. Ashley Cordo, who lost her husband in a violent incident at a U.S. detention center, voiced her concerns regarding Diddy's situation. In a conversation with U.S. Weekly, she described MDC as a horrific place, infested with rats and filth. Cordo urged Diddy to stay vigilant and not isolate himself, emphasizing the importance of being cautious around others in prison. She also suggested that he seek a transfer to a safer facility, reflecting her belief that MDC is inherently unsafe. She stressed the urgent need for reform in detention centers, asserting that no one should endure such living conditions. Diddy's legal team has attempted to address his predicament by requesting a transfer to a jail in Essex County, New Jersey. In their bail application, his lawyers underscored the substandard conditions at MDC, arguing that the facility fails to meet basic pre-trial detention requirements. They pointed out that MDC has seen several fatalities in recent years, with at least four inmates dying under suspicious circumstances. Despite their compelling arguments, the Bureau of Prisons denied the transfer request, leaving Diddy to face the harsh realities of life at MDC. Concerns about Diddy's mental health have emerged alongside the physical dangers he faces. The unease seems to stem from the fact that he is housed in a facility that has previously held notorious inmates like R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Jeffrey Epstein. Reports suggest that Diddy feels particularly vulnerable, fearing for his safety due to his celebrity status and the serious allegations against him. His anxiety has intensified with the added worry of potential poisoning. Sources indicate that Diddy is hesitant to eat, fearing that his meals might be tampered with. While prison food is notoriously subpar, Diddy's apprehensions go beyond mere taste. Larry Levine, a former inmate at MDC, pointed out that Diddy's fears might be linked to the possibility of someone bribing prison staff to poison his food, or that the meals themselves could pose a risk to his health. Despite these daunting circumstances, Diddy's legal team continues to fight for his safety and well-being. However, the reality of his situation is grim. The stark contrast between his former life as a music mogul and the harsh environment of MDC is striking. For Diddy, each day is a struggle for survival in a place where fame offers no protection and societal norms have little relevance. Now let's delve into the multiple reasons why Diddy is MDC now, and if there is any chance of being freed soon. Lawsuits and charges against Sean Diddy Combs. Sean Diddy Combs has long been no stranger to controversy, facing accusations of exploitation within the music industry and engaging in legal battles with former artists. Now, as he confronts federal charges, these issues have taken center stage in discussions surrounding his character and actions. Among the prison community and analysts, some see this moment as a critical reckoning, where privilege and authority collide with accountability. For those who have suffered at the hands of figures like Diddy, his current predicament offers a significant opportunity to confront matters of justice and responsibility. Timothy Smith, a former inmate, along with other ex-prisoners, has warned that Diddy could face dire repercussions if he opts for a trial. It's well known that federal charges, particularly those involving exploitation, are notoriously difficult to contest. Smith suggests that Diddy's best chance to avoid a lengthy prison term lies in accepting responsibility. Legal battles, especially against the federal government, can lead to harsher penalties for those who do not prevail. Diddy may encounter formidable legal hurdles given the federal justice system's reputation for being relentless unless he navigates the situation wisely. During a recent court appearance, Diddy's family rallied around him in a show of solidarity during this challenging period. His mother Janice, along with his children, were present to lend their support. Janice expressed her deep distress over the allegations, labeling them a public lynching and reaffirming her belief in her son's innocence. She argued that he is being unjustly targeted by false narratives and deserves the opportunity to clear his name. The family's solidarity was evident, even amidst the intense media attention surrounding the case. Speculation surrounding Diddy's alleged connections to law enforcement has been a topic of discussion for years, raising questions about how these ties might influence his current predicament. Some believe that his previous ability to evade serious legal consequences was linked to these supposed relationships, with rumors suggesting that his image was even displayed in certain police precincts. However, in light of his current challenges, any perceived affiliations with law enforcement could prove to be more detrimental than advantageous. The serious nature of the allegations he faces now tends to overshadow any past benefits, leaving him to navigate his situation without the support of former allies. Inside prison, Diddy's existence starkly contrasts with the opulent and celebrated lifestyle he once led. Reports indicate that he has faced targeting from fellow inmates, been stripped of basic privileges, and experienced isolation. These difficulties paint a grim picture of his life behind bars. Adjusting to this harsh environment is undoubtedly tough, and it remains uncertain whether he will adapt or ultimately succumb to the pressure surrounding him. Freddie P has emerged as one of the more vocal figures, commenting on Diddy's precarious situation. In a conversation with The Art of Dialogue, Freddie highlighted Diddy's considerable impact on the music and entertainment industries. Fans have interpreted Freddie's comments as subtle warnings about the potential dangers Diddy may face. Puffy has played a pivotal role in connecting hip-hop with Hollywood, solidifying his status as a key figure in the black hip-hop community. Diddy's time in prison has been far from easy. Upon his first incarceration, he was placed under protective monitoring. According to his defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, it's standard procedure to ensure the safety of high-profile inmates during their first days behind bars. During this adjustment period, Agnifilo described Diddy as resilient, strong, confident, and focused on his safety. However, transitioning from a life of luxury and freedom to the stark realities of prison life has proven to be quite challenging. Diddy has made several attempts to secure bail, with his most recent bid involving a hefty $50 million aimed at alleviating concerns about flight risk and public safety. This proposal included provisions for round-the-clock security, house arrest, and strict limitations on his interactions, allowing contact only with his legal team. Additionally, he offered to surrender all passports belonging to himself and his family and agreed to restrict visitors to a select list of close relatives. He even proposed to forego internet and phone access entirely. His legal team has argued that the government's case against him lacks solid evidence, claiming that new information weakens the prosecution's position. Despite these efforts, the court has yet to rule on his latest bail application, leaving both supporters and critics in suspense about the outcome. Public sentiment regarding Diddy's predicament is decidedly mixed. Jay-Z's current scandal and allegations. Diddy's legal challenges have escalated, particularly in light of serious crime allegations against him. Despite his attempts to secure a $50 million bail package, he has faced 4 unsuccessful bids for release. This has led many to question why Diddy is shouldering the blame, while others, including Jay-Z, have also been named in the allegations. While Jay-Z seems to be sidestepping legal repercussions for the moment, Diddy's future appears increasingly bleak. Investigations have uncovered discrepancies in the accusations directed at both Diddy and Jay-Z. The alleged victim, known as Jane Doe, has come under fire for inconsistencies in her claims. Notably, her father, who she asserted was aware of an incident at the MTV VMA after-party in 2000, has stated he cannot remember such an occurrence. These contradictions have raised doubts about the validity of her allegations. As Diddy faces tough conditions in prison, public sentiment is split regarding Jay-Z's role. Some argue he shares equal responsibility, while others believe he is attempting to distance himself from the scandal. Meanwhile, discussions online continue about whether Diddy deserves his current fate or if he should be allowed bail. As the legal proceedings progress, many questions remain. Is Jay-Z genuinely innocent, or is he evading responsibility? Does Diddy merit the consequences he is experiencing, or is he being unjustly singled out? The situation is intricate, and the resolution is still uncertain. So what do you think will be the future of Diddy? Do you think he will end up like Jeffrey Epstein? Let's take a look at Eddie Griffin's view on this. Will Diddy make it out alive? Comedian Eddie Griffin is well known for his bold commentary, often delving into the darker sides of celebrity life. In a recent YouTube conversation, he turned his focus to Diddy Combs, warning that the former music mogul might be facing severe repercussions due to his legal troubles. Griffin not only hinted at the possibility of Diddy serving time in prison, but also pointed out that Diddy's knowledge of Hollywood's hidden truths could put him in a precarious position, drawing a parallel to Jeffrey Epstein. Griffin speculates that Diddy holds dangerous secrets, sensitive information that could expose powerful figures in the entertainment industry and beyond. The alleged scandal reportedly includes shocking names like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Ashton Kutcher, Cuba Gooding Jr., Leonardo DiCaprio, and even industry giants Clive Davis and Lucian Grange, who are rumored to be Diddy's so-called puppet masters. There are whispers that those implicated in Diddy's alleged misdeeds might go to great lengths, including silencing him to protect themselves as he confronts still serious allegations. The accusations against Diddy appear to go beyond personal misconduct. Reports suggest he has been part of clandestine freak-offs for years, gatherings rumored to involve illicit activities and high-profile guests. During a federal raid, authorities are said to have uncovered incriminating footage from these events. This evidence could potentially implicate major players in Hollywood and other influential sectors. Griffin, known for his sharp insights, indicated that Diddy's knowledge of these events could be a significant threat to his safety. He humorously referenced the infamous baby oil bottles allegedly found at Diddy's homes, but his tone shifted to a serious note when discussing the potential fallout from what authorities might uncover. If Diddy chooses to cooperate with investigators, he could reveal the extent of these incidents, possibly implicating celebrities, executives, and even political figures. This raises significant questions. Were those involved consenting participants or coerced victims? How deep does this alleged misconduct network go? For anyone connected to these events, Diddy's participation could lead to dire repercussions. Diddy's current legal troubles are grave. He faces accusations of racketeering, conspiracy, human trafficking, fraud, and illegal transportation. If convicted on all counts, he could face a minimum of 15 years in prison with the possibility of a life sentence. These charges are federal, meaning the stakes are much higher than those in state cases. Legal experts point out that defending against federal charges is notoriously difficult, and the prospect of life imprisonment adds to the severity of the situation. There is growing anxiety among Hollywood figures about what Diddy might reveal to save himself, as his alleged crimes are intertwined with many others in a vast network. It's not just Eddie Griffin suggesting that Diddy's downfall could have far-reaching effects. Industry insiders indicate that powerful figures in Hollywood like Clive Davis and Lucian Grange, who are thought to have influence over Diddy, are deeply unsettled. Reports suggest that Davis is haunted by past collaborations with Diddy, fearing the implications if certain details come to light. Radar Online has cited a source revealing that a prominent attorney has warned notable figures about an impending wave of legal challenges. The public is expected to be taken aback by the disclosures, which could lead to damaged reputations. There are whispers that Clive Davis, a legendary figure in the music industry who previously collaborated with Diddy, is losing sleep over the potential exposure of his alleged involvement in the scandal. The concern extends beyond individuals, as Hollywood appears to be scrambling to manage and mitigate the fallout. Investigator Hannibal Darby has remarked that Diddy's predicament could unravel a network of illicit activities reminiscent of the Epstein case. The prospect of such intense scrutiny has prompted executives, producers, and celebrities to hastily distance themselves from the unfolding drama. As Griffin points out, Diddy's situation is unprecedented. His celebrity status and connections distinguish him from others facing similar allegations, making him a crucial informant for federal authorities. However, this also places him in a precarious position. Reports suggest that Diddy is considering cooperating with law enforcement, possibly in hopes of negotiating a lighter sentence. Yet, this move could make him a target for those with much to lose if their secrets are revealed. If all goes according to plan, Diddy's testimony could implicate significant figures across various industries. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.